Hi, babies. I don't feel the best today, but we're gonna just rock it out. I just got back from Florida. When was it? Friday night. It's Sunday. I was gonna say morning, but it's definitely not the morning. I slept in really late. Like I haven't slept that late in ages, it feels like. Um, I feel like I'm either just like recouping from my trip or possibly getting sick, and I really hope I'm not. Like seriously been praying that I'm not. Um ooh, I'm sweaty. How do people I don't know how people record without like air conditioning on. I know it can't just be me. I know it. I'm like really sweating. I guess I shouldn't have worn this big sweater, huh? We're just gonna go with it. Um Hopefully all is recording well. I got a new tripod that hopefully is better because my other one broke. Um, so basically, last week I didn't put an episode out because I I had recorded an episode like a few days before I left for Florida, and I was going to edit it. I felt kind of weird about it. Like I feel like I was acting kind of weird. Um, and then on top of that, for some reason, the audio wasn't lining up. It was the first time I was using my phone to record like the video. So something, I guess, with that messed things up, and I just figured, you know what? I'm going on vacation, and I didn't want to just like put something out for the sake of putting it out. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna like not put something out this week, and it's okay. Um, I don't think I have like that much traction where I'd be like, oh my gosh, she didn't put an episode out this week, you know? One day though, one day. But yeah, I don't know. I just have a headache today. But I'm just like kind of all whacked out right now. Let's give the big news where I was. If you haven't seen yet on my Instagram, I was in Disney for the first time ever. Um yeah, my family was definitely not a Disney family, like at all. The farthest thing from it. Um and I was I realized last night I was thinking about it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in my family who has been there. Like, I don't think my siblings have been there. I know my parents haven't been there. And I think that's really funny. And I'm pretty sure that's true. I don't know if my siblings watch this, but if I'm wrong, correct me. But I'm pretty sure cuz even when I was sending them photos, yeah, it didn't seem like anyone had been there. Um so yeah, I was in Disney. I know a lot of people are like really hardcore Disney fans, you know, Disney movies and Disney shows and Disney everything. I just wasn't like that. Like, of course, I've seen the classics, right? I've seen the classic Aladdin and like, I'm trying to even think. Yeah, the classics, you know. Um, I'm like not a big movie person, so forgive me. But so I went to visit my friend Chloe, who I met like 6 years ago when I was on this missions trip that I maybe we'll talk about one day, not sure. But we literally lived in Thailand together. So like that's a bond you definitely can never break. We experienced some crazy things together and I adore her. And then we have a mutual friend, Kayla, who I have mentioned on here before because she has a podcast called Big Kids. Pretty sure that's what it is. Um, and she lives in Canada, Kayla. So she flew to Florida and I flew to Florida and we were all together and it was beautiful and it was amazing. It was so fun. Um Truly a trip that I needed. You know, recently I've had a lot of change and um good change, but just a lot going on. that I started a new job, and that's always a little overwhelming, and I was kind of nervous to like miss out on my training for a few days, but um honestly, at the end of the day, it's all good. Like, gonna get right back to it tomorrow. Um and even the challenge that I'm doing with a gym nearby, I'm like eating on a specific meal plan, but like, I mean, when you're in Disney, I don't know if you've ever been, but you can compare it to, a theme park, like a boardwalk on the Jersey Shore when it comes to like food. Like, so, I was being conscious the first couple of days, and then I was kind of just like, this is getting annoying. Like, I just want to enjoy myself. And I don't feel bad about, indulging in some things that aren't on the plan. And like I told like the group too, like I was like, being honest, like definitely went off the plan while I was on vacation, but I have no problem like getting right back into it now that I'm home. Um, so I'm excited about that actually. And yeah, um, back to family stuff. Yeah, we were definitely not a Disney family. Um, we were more of like a I don't even know how to explain it, like just tropical vacation family. I don't know if that I feel like I don't think anyone can like relate to that. I feel like most kids like were going to like Disney and places like that. But I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Comment if you were taken on luxurious vacations in on islands when you were a child. I'm not mad at it though. They were always really fun and beautiful. Um, and honestly, now that I experienced Disney as an adult, and I know I have nothing to compare it to, but just the fact that I was able to really take it all in, and I know, you obviously don't do that as a kid. Or maybe some kids do. I don't know. I know I definitely wouldn't have. I don't even think I would have 5 years ago. But so my friend Chloe, I don't think I said this. She works there. She works at Disney. So, um, people who work there can get free passes. I don't even think there's a limit. I made that up, but I know that people that work there can get people in for free. So, huge blessing there. Because we ballin' on a budget for sure. So, I bought my plane ticket to Florida, but I stayed with Chloe, and then, she really hooked us up with the Disney tickets, and I hate to say it, but without that, I probably wouldn't have gone. Ugh. Maybe, one day, but like probably not now. I never even knew how I felt about Disney, like Disney World. I guess because it wasn't something that, I did as a kid, and I didn't, I just didn't really care. I don't ever remember feeling like, oh, we don't go to Disney. Maybe a little, but not crazy. Like, um, and then like as I got older, like I felt even more like not interested in it, which might sound shocking. Um, yeah, I honestly never saw myself going. I'm not gonna lie. I never felt don't kill me, Chloe and like Disney lovers. It, it didn't really feel like my thing, I guess. Especially as I'm getting older, I feel like theme parks and stuff are a little more like annoying to be in. Um, but because we didn't have to pay for our ticket to get in, we decided to buy the Genie Pass, which is like, a lightning pass. You don't have to wait as long for the rides. So that was, I think, honestly, a game changer. And without that, it probably wouldn't have been as fun, maybe. Um, we did a lot. But yeah, I didn't really know what to expect. Like, number one, I felt like kind of disconnected from like my trip to Florida, like before I had left. I don't know. I have this weird thing sometimes where like I don't I don't know if it's healthy, and I know people do it, but like where you don't really get excited because you're afraid something will go wrong. Maybe it's like the expectation thing, kind of like I didn't have an expectation of anything. I don't know why, but especially because it was gonna be like snowing in Jersey where I live, like the week that I was leaving. So, I was like, anything could happen. What if it gets canceled and then I'm screwed? Like, so I kind of just like, yeah, I don't know. I really wasn't even like thinking about the trip until no, it was like in the back of my mind for a while, but I guess I didn't really feel like excited about it. Um, which I don't know if that sounds depressing, but it is what it is. And then I got excited like the day of and like the morning that I was packing up like the rest of my stuff and getting ready to go. I was really getting really excited. Um, so at least, there was some excitement there. It just took some time. But and then even like I was excited for Florida. I was excited to see Chloe and Kayla, but like I wasn't thinking about Disney and I didn't even tell them this. So if they hear this, they're gonna just think I'm so ridiculous. But like I like knew we were going, but again, I just didn't feel that like excitement. I was just like, okay, like sure. Yeah, like I'll do Disney, whatever. Like never done it before. First experience should be cool. Like I didn't really expect to be like blown away by Disney cuz again, just like wasn't really my thing. And I don't even really I'm not really even big with like the Disney movies and stuff. Um like I watched Frozen like years after it was popular. I was on a I was on a plane and I was like, wait, this is what everyone was going crazy over. Like I didn't really like it, but I have changed since then. But yeah, I guess I'm a hard movie critique. I guess for zero reason. Like I have absolutely no room to like be like that. But whatever. I've got a pretty wicked headache right now, so bear with me. But um, yeah, I'm gonna somehow, hopefully, try to maybe put some footage from my time in Disney on here. I'm not really sure at all how to do that. But, we always figure it out or we don't. So you're either just going to sit here and listen to me slash watch me talk about it or hopefully see some pictures and videos of like the stuff I did there. Um, and it's so funny because recently I've been like, ooh, am I boring? Like on this podcast, like I kind of started getting like, ooh, a little like cringed at myself. Um, but I feel pretty good about this episode because it seems like there's a lot of Disney people, a lot of Disney adults, just like a lot of people were like messaging me when I was posting on my story on Instagram, like being there, like, oh, you should do this, you should get this, and go here, and oh my gosh, and I'm like, yeah, like it's a real thing. I may or may not used to judge people like that, but it's all right, man. I hate to say it, and I didn't want to say it just yet, but I kind of get it. I get it. I'm not gonna lie, and I'm kind of pissed because I didn't want to get it, but man, all right, let's get into it, guys. My first experience at Disney. So Chloe, because she works there, to me, it seems like she knew the parks like from head to toe, which again, another reason why I probably had such a good experience because she was our tour guide basically and we were like making jokes about it the whole time, but like truly I am so thankful to you Chloe because you really made our trip so good. Um yeah, like she knows the ins and outs. She knows where to go, when not to go there at that time because it's when it gets crowded, or um yeah, she really she really hooked us up. Our first park was Magic Kingdom. Okay, so we walked in, and me and Kayla were so blown away. And again, I did not expect to feel that way. I like thought I was just gonna like walk in and be like, "Yo, what's up? What's up, Disney World?" Like just chilling. But I literally was in awe. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is amazing." I almost cried. Like I felt myself getting emotional and like a little teary-eyed, and I was like, "Stop it. Stop it." So I did stop myself from crying. I probably would have. Kayla Kayla cried. Dude, it's beautiful. I like, yeah, wow, reminiscing on it right now, I'm like, I remember exactly how I felt. I mean, it was just a few days ago, but like it was so beautiful. And I really didn't expect that. I really, 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 really didn't. I'm still shocked that it is the way it is there. You feel like you're people who know get it probably. People who don't, hopefully you can, you know, envision this, but like you're like walking into another I want to say dimension, but like kind of like truly like another world. It's bizarre. Um I don't even gosh, I don't even know how to explain it, but hopefully some pictures are popping up right now. Um I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that, but and if I can't pop them up, I'll just maybe just you won't see me at all. You'll just see the photos. Oh my goodness, my eye is twitching. I'm kind of like going through it right now, but it's all good. We keep pushing. Um, Gorgeous buildings. This is Main Street now in Magic Kingdom. Like, look, it feels like you're like back in time. Um, just gorgeous, like building architecture, and then we're walking down the main street, and then to the right there's these 4 or 5 men dressed in different colored suits. They're like singing in unison with instruments, and you just feel like you're dreaming. Like you feel like you're in a dream. Like, and even though there's so many people, which sometimes bothers me when there's like so many such such a crowd, I don't know, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. And it was just like I was just so in awe everywhere I looked. I was like, "What?" Like this goes on every day. Like what time is it now? Right now, Disney is like popping. Like it's so crazy to me. And um I think our first stop was the Starbucks right on Main Street, which by the way Chloe worked at, and which by the way is one of I think the top 3 most busy Starbucks in the world. Like that's insane in itself. Um oh my gosh. Like yeah. Anywho, so it was funny though because when we were like waiting for our drinks in Starbucks, we're like, all right, the magic is kind of gone now. Like we're losing the magic. We're just in a Starbucks. It's getting a little annoying. Um, we're a funny group of gals, I'm not gonna lie. But Oh my gosh, yeah, I should pull up. We ended up like after each day, which for me it was just 2 days, but they went 3 days. Let's see. After each day, we wrote out a list of things we did in order, like all the rides. Um, so this was the first day we did Magic Kingdom, and again, is this boring? I don't know if this is boring. I feel like it's not though. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sorry if this is boring, but I feel like people who have been to Disney are like going to be all over this. So, and I know that's a lot of people. So I guess that's why I feel like it's going to be fine. But who cares anyway? I'm boring. Whatever. I don't care. Um, dude, first ride we did, which I am so glad this was the first ride because it kind of set my expectations and it exceeded. Wait, it exceeded my expectations and then it set my expectations, if that makes sense. And she's like, "Yeah, we'll go on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride." Which number one, like I know nothing about Disney World, like for real. Like I don't know, what kind of rides there are. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like I know like Epcot you can eat in different places of the world. Like I hear these things, but I don't know how to picture it. I don't know, you know, it's just a distant like thing. Um but freaking and also so people who know I guess Jersey, um there's a Six Flags, which I think if you're not from Jersey you could know about Six Flags, which is a theme park here that I've been to multiple times in my life. So in my head, I pictured it being like Six Flags, I guess. Um, and it's like Six Flags like on crack. Like it is way better. But Pirates of the Caribbean ride was it's not even like a ride. You just go I think you're on it was on water, I believe, right? You're just on like a boat going through basically like scenes from the movie. And they use animatronics and like I was just again just blown away. Me and Kayla were like looking at each other like what, like this is like oh my gosh, if you have never seen it I don't even know how to freaking explain it, but the animatronics that they use are like they look like real people, like Captain Jack, right? Sparrow. I haven't seen that movie in so long, but like he's up there, all these different characters from the movie. Dude, I was so like it was so cool. I was like, "What?" Like I just thought it was I don't know. I just thought it would just be like a little ride like, "Oh, do do do." Like I just never expected it to be so cool. Um and I won't like say every single thing that we did cuz I think that would be boring. But um first ride, Pirates of the Caribbean, so freaking sick. Honestly, I feel like some of my favorite things we did there were like the favorite my favorite things I saw, I think, were the animatronic stuff with like people. Um and like I tried to like talk to some of them. I don't know why I'm saying this. I don't I just got to put it out there. Should I really say this? I like I like firmly believe that that the animatronics were like real and alive and like could see me and like it feels saying it out loud feels so ridiculous, but I'm like not even kidding. Like I should cut this part out. I'm dead. Oh. I was like literally trying to like stare them in their eyes. and like trying to look into their soul. What is wrong with me? Bro, if you just want a little sneak peek into my brain, that there you go. Because for real, I think these things. And I'm not joking around. I one of them seriously was staring at me. I'm not kidding. We were staring at each other, and Kayla saw it too. She's like, "Oh, you guys were just staring into each other's eyes." I was like, "I know. They know something that we don't." Mm-mm. Nah. Should I really get into this right now? I may be judged for this, and it's okay. But I for real feel like the way they put those parks together, Disney parks, was done in a sort of supernatural way. Like, I'm not kidding, because it doesn't make sense. Like, there's so much intricacy, if I'm saying that word right, to pretty much every like crevice of the park. Like, it's it doesn't compute for me how ugh, I can't. Oh, I can't even think about it. How they put the park together? I don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I should watch something on it and then I'll understand because it's it is huge. Disney World is huge. It's literally its own world. It's its own thing, like separate from everything else. Dude, it's massive. Massive. Um and I hope I don't get this number wrong. But I'm pretty sure Chloe said that like 70,000 people work there. Is that bro? I'm actually going to Google it. How many people work at Disney World? 77,000. 77,000 people. D- Are you guys understanding what I'm saying? Like that? What? It makes no. Okay. Whatever. It's crazy. It's insane. And yo, they don't even get paid that much. It's whatever. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. We're not gonna poop on Disney because I had a magical experience. Okay. But wow. Oh my gosh, how could I forget? Like, duh, dude, I saw the freaking castle after we got out of the Starbucks. The castle's right there. I, I think I might have almost teared up with that too. It's so pretty. Like, it feels silly, but it was so pretty. Like, I was shocked. Yeah, I just felt, and maybe because, I didn't go as a kid. And again, like I'm an adult, I'm really able to like just really soak it up, soak it in. It just it felt so special. And I'm so happy because it would have been so whack if I was just like, cool. Oh, yeah. The castle, yeah, it's cool. Not that I talk like that, but oh my goodness. Mm-mm-mm. But anywho, yeah, just like how many people did it take to freaking build the park? How long did it take? And you have to, and they have to make sure that all the rides are running properly at all times. So how are they doing? Like there's so many moving parts and there's so many people that it's kind of beautiful if you think about it. If people are really doing it and it's not something supernatural, it's really cool that like there's so many people it takes, for things to run smoothly there because they do a hell of a job. There was like a couple times on some of the rides we did that we were just like stopped for like a minute or two. Um, And which one was it? Oh, bro. The freaking well, let me just I don't want to go I don't want to go all over the place. So, we're still in Magic Kingdom, Pirates of the Caribbean. We did some other things like the Country Bear Jamboree. I don't know if you know what that is, but it was just a bizarre, weird, just yeah, truly weird show of bears singing really old country songs. Anywho, The Little Mermaid. I guess I am naming the things I did, but I'll name them and then I'll like go into them if they were like really there's a story behind it. The Little Mermaid, which it was a cool one. I wasn't like blown away by it. Festival of Fantasy. I don't know what that means. That's the only problem. We did it by like the name, like the actual names, and sometimes I don't really know what that is. But um, It's a Small World, which was really um an experience. Just singing that song for like 10 minutes straight, and I swear my life that I felt like I was gonna just get like caught trapped inside of there, like, and they would just be playing that song on a loop and I would never be able to escape. Again, my brain, like, what? Who thinks like that? Anywho, um, Mickey's what? Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, PhilharMagic, which was a 3D show, which man, I'm a little motion like sickness affects me. So like 3D stuff like isn't like ugh, it kind of makes me sicky. But it was cool. Winnie the Pooh ride. Well, I loved that one actually. I really liked that one. That was really really cute. Um really cute little fun ride. Oh my goodness. Okay, one of my favorite things we did there was the Monsters Inc. laugh floor. Oh my gosh, that was so cute. So you go into this like theater and it's a screen of the monsters and um it's basically like a stand-up comedy thing and they pick people out from the audience and like pick on them and do jokes. But it's like at first when me and because again Chloe obviously knows all this stuff, so me and Caleb were like shocked and everything. But me and Caleb were like, and then we realized it wasn't. It was like people obviously behind the screen, like doing improv. It was amazing. And improv is something I've been really interested in lately, and um, I just really like. I'm really into like improv comedians right now and stuff. And I think I've mentioned this. I've been to a couple shows, but maybe I'll do it myself one day soon. But oh my gosh, it was just the best. It was so funny. They kept picking on this same guy the whole time. And yeah, it was funny. And then we did Buzz Lightyear, which I can barely remember what the hell. Um hmm, yeah, I don't know. Okay. And then we did Carousel of Progress, which I bet you a lot of people pass up because it's not really like a ride. It's a show, but it's in a spinning carousel. Um wait, a spinning theater. And it takes you through like time and it's the animatronics again. So I'm just like the whole time just like what is going on? And it's so cool. Yeah, so then there's like the one animatronic, he's like the narrator the whole time. He's talking about like, like what's going on in that time frame, that time period. And then the theater moves you to the next stage and then it goes through time and it goes up and up and up. Um I don't I feel like I don't know what year it like stopped at. Probably like sometime in the past 10 years or so. And it was so cool. I think the rides we did that were like kind of just not probably what am I trying to say? Most people probably maybe wouldn't be super like blown away by. I feel like I was. Um And we did Space Mountain, bro. Space Mountain was so fun. Oh my gosh. It's a ride that's completely in the pitch dark, pitch black. And you are getting rocked basically on this ride. And it's absolutely terrifying, but so fun. I was cracking up the entire time. I haven't been on a roller coaster in a while. And that was the first like roller coaster we did. I was cracking up, literally laughing. I couldn't stop laughing the entire time. My mouth is open, laughing, and then I'm like starting to drool, and I'm like covering my face because I'm like, we're in the pitch black. Like, I have no idea what's around me or what can happen. It was so fun. Happily ever after? What is that, bro? Happily ever after Disney. Oh, I'm an idiot. We did the we watched the fireworks. They're called Happily Ever After. I heard so many things about the fireworks there, that they were the most amazing fireworks you'll ever see, and da da da. Da. They were so good. I was standing in front of Chloe and Kayla, and it felt like it was like just me. It was like they put on a show for me, and I like was tearing up because yeah, Disney also like they put out a message from what I noticed while I was there, and it's like kind of like go after your dreams. Like during the Carousel of Progress, I can't I like kind of loved the song they were singing. It's like there's a great big beautiful tomorrow, and then during the fireworks, it was just like being narrated and just kind of like encouraging you to like go after your goals. And I mean in a really like he said it in a nicer way than that, but um it was just really encouraging and beautiful, and I just felt moved by it, honestly. um so that was amazing. And then man we did um we did Tron, which is like a newer uh roller coaster within the past few years. It was fun. It was really short, so it was kind of like I don't know. It was too short. I'm not gonna lie. But it was definitely fun. And then we ended the night with Haunted Mansion, which yeah, no, that was really cool. Oh yeah, that was really cool. I just remembered what it was. Yeah, that was very very cool actually. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it. Yeah, like a lot of them were similar in the sense. Okay, like Pirates of the Caribbean, Little Mermaid, It's a Small World, Winnie the Pooh. I can't remember Buzz Lightyear for some reason. And the Haunted Mansion, it's like you like sit in this little like cart thingy, and it just takes you through. It's not like a roller coaster. Um, and most of them were really really interesting and cool. And the Haunted Mansion, yeah, it was really really cool. And there's like I remember one part that looked like a whole like ballroom, and it had like projections of like people that looked like ghosts like dancing, and it was sick, very very sick. And that concluded our day one of Magic Kingdom. I think we checked our steps and it was like 20,000. We were there for like 10 hours or something like that, or maybe more. Um, and then we did, oh, we did, I just heard a loud noise. I don't know if you guys heard that, but anyway, we did Epcot the next day. And I think we had a little bit of a later start that day because in the morning I actually met with one of my longtime friends, Mariana, who lives in Florida, and she drove to meet us for breakfast. So that was really sweet. I haven't seen her in years. So got to do that. And then we did Epcot. And Epcot is more of you're going to different countries, and there are some rides and things, but I think it's mostly like focused on the countries. Um, but that was really cool. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed Magic Kingdom more. I don't know why. It just felt more like magical and yeah. But Epcot was really cool. There's a bunch of different countries that you like walk through. I guess what I have to say this. I guess what I wished and some of the countries were like super like authentic and cool and like, you know, all that, but it was mostly just like restaurants and like gift stores or whatever it's called. Um it's like obviously right, but it's like if you want to really like I don't know, like if you really want to like represent a country, like make it more like oh I can't I don't know if this is bad that I'm saying it, but it's like make it more like realistic. Like, dude, you're making enough money. You don't got to put a gift store in there. Like, just put a little. If it's Italy, put a cafe that is super, authentic to what an Italian cafe would look like, or like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it just kind of like ruined the fantasy of it when you're like just seeing things that you can buy like all over. Um, but definitely really cool, and a lot of the countries had like beautiful architecture. Really, all of them. Japan, really, really cool. Morocco, beautiful. Um, which one else did I like a lot? Oh, Mexico. Oh, Mexico was so cool. We went to the big like gift shop slash restaurant that they have, and I really wish my photos did it justice, but they don't. But basically, it looked like you were like sitting. The whole like sky was like a projector screen, and it looked like you were outside still, but you weren't. You were inside. And then there's this like huge volcano at the end. It really like felt like you were outside. It was so crazy. And they had a little ride actually in Mexico that was really really cool too. Um so yeah, some of the countries definitely had some cool stuff. We totally skipped over America cuz like why would what no, you know. Um what other so we did rides. We did a Nemo ride. We did the Moana Journey of Water, which was really cool. Um, I never saw Moana, but you like walked through this little area and like it would tell you at each stop like do this with your hand and the water will do this. So like there was the first stop there. It's like wave at the water and the water will it'll wave back basically. And like really when you wave the water like went up. And then like you could like wave your hand over this spot and the water will shoot up. Like it was really really cool. Um we did the Journey to Imagination with Figment, which I'm still trying to figure out if Figment is a show I used to watch as a kid. It felt kind of familiar, but I'm not sure. So if any 90s babies are in the house, let me know if Figment sounds familiar. Um, then we did Test Track, which is a ride that you build your own like car and you can choose how you want it to run and all this really technical stuff, but that obviously we have no idea what it means. I think we just made it to look pretty and that's it. But basically, yeah, you like make a car and then you like test it and see what car wins. We did not win, but I think we won in the aesthetics category. Um, and then we did the Ratatouille ride, which completely effed me up. Oh my gosh. It was like a simulation ride. So it was like you sat in this thing and it was on a magnet. So it brought you around and then you would stop and there'd be a screen and there'd be a 3D thing going on. And then, the chair would move when you were oh, it's like making me dizzy even thinking about it. But it's like you're watching it and it looks like you're I never saw Ratatouille either, but it looks like you're on the floor, I guess, because the mouse or whatever. And he's like, oh, he's like running this way. So then the chair moves to the right really quick. And like, ooh, out of, for real, out of all the rides and the 3D things we did, this one seriously was not good for me. Um, so now I know. I think like things that are like, I don't know, whatever that ride was, the magnet thing, and then the 3D, it was just all of it was just too much together. Um, and then I think that was it. We had a shorter day that day because we were tired. I mean, it's it's a lot. I don't know how families do it for days, for real. It's insane to me. But we definitely got our steps in, that's for sure. But yeah, overall, it was an amazing experience that I'm kind of surprised by, but I'm so happy that I got to experience it. I don't know if I was gonna say I don't know if I'll ever go again, and I think as long as Chloe's working there, I probably will. But I think besides that, I don't know when I'll ever go again. So I'm happy that I got to experience it and just be with some long distance friends who are just so sweet to my soul. Um, sweet sweet for my soul. I think that's what I meant to say. Sweet and sweet to my soul. But yeah, that's kind of it. And on another topic, if you're watching, I did chop my hair. I did get my nails done again, but they're more natural looking. I'm trying to catch you guys up on things. I did have to unfortunately dispose of my broken table. Yes. Um it just was I really messed it up. Like it was donezo and it's a shame, quite honestly. But I have some more room in my space now, which is actually really nice. And we're gonna rock with this black table for now, I guess. I really ideally like don't even want to be at a table. I just want to be like, I think I've said this before. I just want to be like chilling in a chair, just like holding the mic. But we'll see. We'll get there maybe. Um, what else was I gonna say? Something. Oh, yeah. I, you know, as much as I feel pretty good, like doing this podcast when it's just me and talking to the camera and all that, like, I think I like really mainly want to bring people on like that. I think that was my goal to begin with. And I'm feeling it. I'm like, okay, like it's a lot like to come on here and have so much to say. And and I don't even know what the heck I look like. I feel like I'm getting so hot, my face is red. um so it's like I'm just winging it. um and I don't know if I'm always going to have something so interesting to talk about, but that's why I think people are always interesting. So I think bringing people on and just chatting or interviewing, whatever you want to call it, I think sounds way more interesting to me at least. Um so just want to throw that out there. That hopefully that's going to start happening more consistently. I got to figure some man, I think I've said all this before, but just some logistic stuff on how to yeah, like do where to record with certain people. Or I don't really think I see myself doing like Zoom stuff. Um, but obviously, if someone lives far away, it might have to be that way. But yeah. So I got some planning to do, and it's just so funny because I'm like thinking before I started this, I'm like, gosh, like I have so much going on in my life, like outside of this podcast, which obviously those watching probably don't realize, or maybe some of you do. But it's just funny because yeah, just have a lot going on with the podcast and outside of the podcast. So just bear with me, but know that the goal is to just interview people because people are sick. People are cool. People are interesting. People have stories that deserve to be shared. And that's that on that, baby. I think I am done for today. I hope you enjoyed my Disney adventure. Thank you for coming to Settle Down for What, and I'll see you next time.